guys? Welcome back to another video. It is your boy FOR-GIT Gaming coming at you guys with another video for you guys here on the channel. Alright, so today's video we are going to be going over XDefiant. Alright, if you guys don't know what XDefiant is, it's a game that Ubisoft came out with, okay, that they're in the process of getting to its final version. And I will say it feels a little bit, if I had to describe it, feels a little bit like Overwatch, except with normal guns and normal sensitivity. Okay, but that's what, like we said, that's what it feels like to us. Okay, but I know some people have sat there and told me, well, no, don't really feel like Overwatch. I mean, I will say that once you play some of the modes, you'll feel a little bit of the Overwatch. Okay, it does feel a little different, only because I will say the sensitivity, like we said, sensitivity is not like Overwatch. So, but like we said, that's what we get from the game. It's like Ubisoft's version of Overwatch, just with normal guns and some of the characters that they've put inside their games, like Watch Dogs, The Division, Far Cry stuff. Okay, but anyways, we're gonna get into the video. Enough of us talking about the game. All right, what we're gonna do inside this video though is we're gonna kind of help you guys that might be new to the open session here, kind of figure out what your characters do that you guys are choosing. All right, because each faction has its own passive ability. Maybe some of you guys have not looked it up yet or went to the shooting range to actually look at it. So like we said, we're just gonna go over that real quick in this video, kind of give you guys a quick rundown of what they do. So if this video helped you guys out, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. All right, but we're gonna go into the play, and then we're gonna go to the practice zone. There is an easier way to actually look at the faction details, but for some reason with our game, we can't get that section to actually load for some reason. I don't know if everybody's having that issue, but us personally, we're having that issue. All right, so first one that we're going to go over is the cleaners. Okay, now what we do want to explain with these factions is when you're picking your faction, oh my god, when you're picking your faction, all right, you can't sit there and say, okay, I want to be a cleaner and I want to bring a intel suit or a mag barrier. Okay, we can't click on a faction and then, go down to another one and bring something from, an ability from that class. All right, if you choose a cleaner, you got to go with the firebomb, or you got to go with that incinerator turret drone. Man, I'm thinking about turrets like I'm thinking about my build on Division. All right, but that's how that works for you. So real quick explanation, like we said, we can't sit here and take a cleaner and then go down and pick like hijack or spider bot or an intel suit. Okay, you gotta stay within the parameters of what your faction ability is, which right now is only 2 things that you can choose from. Maybe they'll add more in when the actual game comes out. I do not know. Okay, hopefully they do. That would be cool. That'd be cool if they did. I will be honest. Or even if they did bring in that feature of, you can pick cleaner and then you can pick, one of these other things to go with it. That would be interesting. But I think right now this is probably what we're gonna see for the maybe the final server. Okay, but getting into what these factions do. Okay, so every faction, when we click on it, okay, obviously we've got our faction ability. Okay, so this is what we're gonna use as a device for our for our left bumper. Okay, now they also have passive abilities. So that's what we're going to be looking at. We're just going to go over what the passive abilities do. And if you guys did not know, you can figure out the passive abilities by going into the shooting range where we are right now. To get to the shooting range, you just hit the play button, and then you'll see, that the game modes and stuff like that on that menu, and then you got shooting range. You just go into the shooting range, and literally you hit left on the D-pad when you choose a faction, and it pops up. It pops up with all this. So for the cleaners, we got the passive traits. Okay, the passive trait for the cleaner is going to be the incendiary rounds. If you play Division, everybody knows what the incinerator, wow, what the incendiary bullet does. Jeez. Okay, it pretty much in the Division, it catches a person on fire and they burn for a little bit. All right, same exact thing in here. Okay, you shoot somebody, you hit somebody, it's gonna catch them on fire. So, and then they're gonna run around and they can be able to shoot for a minute, stuff like that. So that's how that works. So like I said, just think of Division if you play Division, and that's what your incendiary round will do. All right. Now Phantoms is gonna be your future soldier area. Now what their passive trait is this passive trait is hardened. So with this passive trait, we're gonna get more health than everybody else on the battlefield. All right. And this is the a character that or the faction that we use probably the most. And the way we use them is we normally bring the mag barrier, and we will normally just, kind of push up with everybody. But as we're pushing up, we'll just drop the barrier pretty much to keep the damage that everybody else is receiving down to a low point if we can. Okay, I've seen some pretty good players though that play this role. I'm not saying I'm the best because I'm still getting used to this game. Okay, but that's what that does. All right, we keep hitting B like we gotta go back. All right, now this is from Far Cry. Obviously, we're talking about freedom fighters. So with freedom fighters, all right, they get the contagious spirit of freedom. Slowly heals you and nearby allies. All right, so that means if somebody gets shot, you as the freedom fighter are going to, if you're near them, you're going to, help them heal and get the health back, pretty much. So it might be slow, but I mean you're healing people at that point. So so that's what that passive trait is. Okay, like we said, we've dabbled with that a little bit. We haven't used it as much as we have the one that gives extra health, though. I will say that we use that one the most. All right, but like we said, that's what that one does. You slowly heal you and nearby allies. Okay, and the thing is with this passive trait, I will say you don't have to sit there and have an ally. So I just want to make sure we all understand that you don't have to have an ally near you to actually activate this passive trait, because the passive trait works even if you don't have an ally standing next to you. It'll pretty much just heal you if you don't have anybody near you. But if you have somebody around you in your vicinity, stuff like that, it'll heal them as well. Okay, so We're gonna go on to the next one, and that's gonna be super spies. All right, so with this one, with this trait, we've got a low profile. All right, so your character does not appear on opponent's minimap, regardless of actions performed. So that means anything you do, you shoot, you run, you walk, you skip. I don't care. Make character sing the ABCs as loud as he could in the middle of the field. He ain't gonna show up on the map. All right. Anything you do on the map with this character. Okay, you are not invisible. You are not invisible on the actual field. You're just invisible the entire time on the map, on the mini map. Okay, you will not show up. We just wanted to make sure that we understand that this is regarding the mini map. So do not run around thinking, bro, I ain't showing up on the mini map. That means I ain't showing up in person. All right, you want to make yourself somewhat invisible, then you gotta, on the actual field, you gotta use your digital ghillie suit. Okay, and I will say I'm not a fan of the ghillie suit. I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but I'm not a fan of it because, in all honesty, it really don't make you too invisible. It really don't. But that's my opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. But, I mean, if you guys want to let me know what your opinion is on it, let me know down in the comments section. Alright. Gladly take a look at everybody's opinion on these factions. Alright, but last one is DedSec cyber attacks. Alright. So his passive trait is a fabricator, and we are gonna say we have not really touched this dude. Okay, because I personally, when it comes to stuff like this, I love electronics in real life, I'm gonna be honest, but when it comes to stuff like this, we don't touch it. Okay. Excuse me. When it comes to stuff like this, like we said, we don't touch it. I would royally mess up a game if I took this one. Okay, so, but like we said, we'll give this the best shot we can at it, maybe explaining this passive trait. Okay, but for the fabricator, what it sounds like is it sounds like pretty much what it does is when you sit there and you use your hijack device, it pretty much makes it sound like all it really does is after a device is deployed, the fabricator prints a new one. It sounds like all it really does is it just prints another hijack device. So you just keep getting the devices throughout the match. So your character doesn't use one and then you don't have any to use after that. Okay, that's what it sounds like. All right, but like we said, those are all the factions that we have inside the game as of right now. Like we said before, this is just your beta. So, in all honesty, when the real game actually comes out, there could be a boatload more, factions that may be added. I don't know. But like we said, we'll keep you guys updated as we get information, and we're gonna try to get as many videos out as we can before they close the open session. Okay, so if you want more information on the game, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and like we said, we'll keep you guys updated all the way up until the game comes out. Anyways, it has been your boy FOR-GIT Gaming coming at you guys with another video. If this video helped you guys out, like we said, make sure you guys hit that like button. It helps the channel, helps me know what type of content to continue making for you guys. Alright, so make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys in the next video.